guys, Matt with MotoWorks here. Got the hoodie on. Fall is upon us. It's a little chilly today. This quick tip today is just as described. We're going to fix those sticky brakes, notchy brakes. If you're applying the brakes and it feels like it wants to either be too much brake application or not quite enough and you can't, modulate that smoothly. In this video here, I'll show you what could possibly be the issue to smooth those brakes out. So let's get started. All right, so the tools we're going to use for today's video are just going to be some simple hand tools, a ratchet. I'm going to be using a 10mm socket, flat blade screwdriver. These don't really matter because it could be different for your particular vehicle. I'm also going to be using some soapy water, a rag, and then a little bit of synthetic grease. So sometimes the brakes will just feel inconsistent. Notice how they're just a little bit hesitant, and it almost sounds a little bit dry in there. It's because it is. So what we'll do is we'll remove this lever and I'll show you what's going on in there and why it sticks like that. All right, now let's kind of break down these components. This is the lever here, so front brake lever here. This is the pivot bolt that goes through the brake lever and mounts that to the bike. Now, most people think the reason why these brakes get notchy like that is because this bolt doesn't have any grease applied to it. And although that may be the case, it's not going to create that to be notchy. It'll create this to kind of be very difficult to squeeze in, because although there is a brass insert inside this lever here, when this stuff dries out, it does become a little bit more difficult for that to pivot on there nicely. So we'll take our soapy water, rag, alrighty, we have those parts nice and clean, so that should just slide in there nicely now. That just moves freely. Well, the reason these get notchy is because this is metal, and then the actual master cylinder, which is this entire piece, the piston that applies the brake fluid pressure to the caliper, this piston is also metal. So over time, there's a fine film of grease that the dealership, or the factory, puts on, and then it rides in between here and this piston, and over time that grease either gets washed away from actually washing the bike, or it just dries up, much like it did right here. So all we have to do is just wipe this off, clean this up, reapply some grease, and then we'll reassemble this, and that will take care of that problem. All right, take a look here, guys. Take a look and listen. All right, now it's nice and smooth. It works well now. So, just a quick little tip there. Just need a little bit of grease, a couple of simple hand tools, and you could save yourself a trip to the dealership next time your motorcycle feels like the brakes are a little bit notchy. If you like this tip, give it a thumbs up. leave a comment below. I'm Matt. This is MotoWorks. Thanks for stopping by.